Hey, also, I was going to do a video on something cool that I learned in the Bible, but just recently I've been really encouraged to share my story with you. I have epilepsy, and I have only found out in the last couple of years in 2019 after having a major grand mal tonic-clonic seizure in my sleep. I broke my back, was rushed to the hospital, and after several weeks of testing, they found out that I had indeed epilepsy. I've been sick since 2002, May 7th of '02. I woke up and just wasn't the same, and I haven't been the same since. Didn't know exactly what it was. I was diagnosed with a rare blood disease, retired from the military, and after we got out, continued to seek, medical attention, and just try to find out what the answer was and how to cure it, because the medication that they had me on for the blood disorder wasn't working. So here I am. Never really told my story before. Epilepsy is not something that I even really knew about before. Throughout the years, how I didn't know it was epilepsy, I don't know. How the doctors never saw it, I don't know. They were always focused on digestive problems, which I have, as a cause, I believe, of the epilepsy. It's just got such a stigma to it, and I didn't even realize it until I was diagnosed with it. I was so happy to be diagnosed with something. I didn't really care what the stigma was. I was just happy to know what I was fighting. And so the day I was diagnosed, it was a great day for me. It was very emotional for me. I was very happy, but I was also very frightened, fearful of what that meant. I knew of the word epilepsy, but I didn't know much about it. I knew that it was seizures, and other than that, I didn't really know exactly what to expect for the remainder of going forward with that process. I got diagnosed when I was in Colorado. Fortunate enough for them to be able to do all the appropriate tests, find a diagnosis, but they were unable to locate the reason and the starting point of the seizures. So I came down to the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, just by the grace of God. Had an appointment that I've been waiting for quite a while, and was able to get there. They did another series of tests, found the exact location, removed the lesion, and they took out, I don't know, anywhere a third or maybe just a little under a half of my right temporal lobe. And that was January 11th of 2021. So here I am 9 months later, recovered from the surgery, but still having seizures, still having the same symptoms I had prior to going into surgery. So I don't know much about epilepsy, but I know that I'm still dealing with it, and I know that it's been stigmatized all over the world, even still today. I have been reading that there are still countries that literally think that that you have demons inside of you if you have seizures. There's not a lot of education about epilepsy, even in the States. Even in 1970, I was reading that you couldn't even, they allowed for forced sterilization of epileptic people until 1970. And even marrying them was illegal in 17 states up until 1980. I just never realized that before, and I never heard that, and now that I know that there's such a stigma to it, I believe that there needs to be more awareness of it. So I am gonna start this dialogue and continue to make more videos about epilepsy, my journey, um, how it went so long in the shadows, and how I was determined to find answers. Not so much me, my wife. She was pushing me to go and get into different doctors, seek help all over the country. A lot of times I didn't want to go. Most times I didn't want to go. But sometimes I was actually forced to go, and not by my wife, just because I was in so much pain and come to find out actually having seizures. So my journey is still ongoing, but like a lot of people out there, they go several years having symptoms, and they go undiagnosed for years and years and years. My symptoms were in my digestive system, so naturally doctors looked there, and it took them almost 20 years to look to my head to find the problem in my gut. They always told me it was in my head, so I guess they were sort of right. But anyways, I want to keep this dialogue open. I want to send this out to everybody that has epilepsy. I'm praying for you, and I'm in the battle with you. You're a warrior. We're warriors, and not only that, I want to say something very special to the caretakers of people that have health problems, and specifically in my case, people that have epilepsy. My wife has given up everything over the past 17 years to caretake for me and be there for me. She's given up her jobs. She's given up her careers, not only like simple jobs, but full out careers that could last, a lifetime, and retire from. She's given up friends. She's given up states that we love to live in. She's given up family members and the relationships of building those. She's given up so much time, effort, energy. She drives me everywhere I go. She's the best person I know, and I know even if it wasn't for me, she would help anybody. It's just the mentality of a caretaker, and I'm so blessed to have her in my life. And I'm sure, positive, anybody that has any person like that in their life that can say that they're standing there in the trenches with them, they feel the pain when they feel pain. It's actually worse for them a lot of times. So I really want to give props to those out there that are, for the most part, they're spouses. And they're in there, and they're right next to their partners day in and day out. It even hurts them a lot worse, I think, a lot of times, because they remember it. They see it from the outside. I may be feeling it, having a seizure. Most of the time I forget it, thank God. But my wife, on the other hand, she sees it, she deals with it on a daily basis, and she gets up and she does it again. And I just want to say I thank you, my love. And I couldn't do it without you, and I appreciate you, and I want to magnify that importance of you being a caretaker, and never downgrade what you do for me. And for all those caretakers out there, how important it is for you to know that we thank you for it, and we couldn't do it without you.